Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading for the week of June 15th. You have I think you're going to have a great week this week, actually. You have the 10 of Diamonds here. And what this card represents is business success, plain and simple. But it also represents positive things coming to you after a period of difficulty, after a hard time, after a bunch of challenges and things like that. I think you've probably had this message from me in the past. I can't really remember at the moment some of your past readings, but I think you've been kind of on this path of things getting better for you. But this is, a lot of you might have businesses. I think Aquarius, they can be very business oriented in some ways. Every sign has its business owners, but Aquarius could be particularly entrepreneurial. So if you have a business, it's going to be very successful. I think you'll see more success coming in. If you have business ideas, this could be you taking action and starting a very successful business for sure. I think there's definitely a lot of energy for newness, and we'll get into that at the end of your reading. But a lot of new positivity is coming in for you. So next you have the 10 of Spades, which simply to me is kind of like the 10 of Swords in the tarot, or it's like a mixture between that and the Death card. To me, it kind of represents death. Not in a negative way, like not as in a physical death, but as in like you leaving something behind. I think it's something that you wanted to leave behind. It could be almost anything. It could be a relationship, business, literally anything in your life that you're leaving behind, or even an idea, something you were hoping would work out and it didn't. That's kind of what this card represents, but it's okay because I think you've been working on some other things as well in your life in these situations, and this doesn't really matter. And to me, it's a positive because this is like one of those things. It's like being exhausted at the end of a battle, kind of like the 10 of Swords, where it's a guy with 10 swords in his back lying on the ground, and it's finally like the end of the battle that you've been through, and things are getting a lot better. And to prove that, next you have the Ace of Clubs. This is my favorite card in the deck, possibly. I go back and forth here with my favorite cards, but this has been my favorite card for some time. It represents money, love. It represents pretty much everything positive coming into your life, but very strongly. It's always like a lot, or at least a good amount, or more than you're used to. And like I said, it's not just money. It's not like the Ace of Diamonds. A lot of people think the Ace of Diamonds is the best, but Ace of Diamonds is only money. This is everything coming back into your life in a positive way. And it's usually pretty unexpected. You usually don't expect this to happen. So, think like random check showing up, random money, winning something. It can be along those lines, but typically it sticks around as well. So it's typically not something that just disappears. Usually it stays around, and because look at it, it kind of looks like a tree. I say like the clubs kind of look like plants, but this one's a big one, so it's like a tree. And it's like all these, you can look at these almost like pentacles in the tarot, and it's like money and all those other things that you want just growing on the tree. And a tree doesn't just usually disappear overnight unless something crazy happens, but it's not going to happen to this tree, so you get some good stuff coming in for sure. And then finally, you have the 6 of Diamonds. Several other signs have gotten this card. To me, it's like you taking action on your ideas, really, and planting seeds. That's what it kind of represents, is 2 rows of seeds being planted. So it's like, you're finally taking action on your ideas. And, like I said, a lot of signs have gotten this. I think it's because now that we're out of the retrograde, it's like, I think like all of a sudden you're very clear on what you need to do in different areas of your life. And you're like, okay, boom, let's take action. And I think this is you simply taking action this week. So I think you're going to have a great week. There's no need for me to drag this out and carry on. I think you're just going to have a lot of good stuff happening. So thank you for watching this video.